topic is Win Big with GenAI. And for the same, I would like to introduce Mr. Kaushal Menghaney, heads the North business for Freshworks and has a great track record of selling technology products for more than 12 years. Please welcome Mr. Kaushal Menghaney, Regional Sales Manager at Freshworks. Everyone, let's have a huge round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you. I think great sessions in the morning by Anil, Shweta, and Ivani. I think they've set the perfect foundation for the event on what's really required for delivering a great customer experience, how it has evolved. And also AI is actually a partner and not here to eat up our jobs. So I would actually extend the same thought and talk about how you can actually win with generative AI when you talk about your customer experience function, right? And part of the enterprise business at Freshworks. So what I'm going to focus on in the next about 20 minutes is very quick introduction about Freshworks. We've been in the customer service domain for more than 13 years now, right? That's our bread and butter. And we've been having our tirist with AI not just now, but at least for the past 5 to 6 years when it was GPT-2. So what are some of the possibilities we are seeing from then to now and how it's further amplifying? While it's still new, generative AI, what are some of the initial challenges we've been hearing, right? And what's our approach to generative AI and how we've been helping some of the companies? All right, so very quick introduction about Freshworks. I think I can proudly say most people in the room would have been touched by Freshworks in some way or the other. Most of the applications that you've been using, whether to order food or to order healthcare or make payments, the customer service is actually powered by Freshworks, either when you're talking to the agents or you're interacting with intelligent chatbots. So that's what we started off doing and then made several pivots in our product in terms of helping internal employee experience as well as sales and marketing folks. We've been in the business for about 13 years, working with more than 65,000 brands across the globe, about 120 countries across verticals. We're a cloud-first company. We're available on AWS in multiple locations, right? At the same time, taking security very seriously, which is why we've been able to earn the trust of very, very regulated industries or companies in the financial services and the healthcare space, right? Recognized by Gartner and a lot of other organizations, right? So these are some of the brands that we work with in India. If I talk about customer experience, the likes of PhonePe, Dunzo, Razorpay, Tara Digital, Swiggy are our predominant customers, right? Now, so I'm going to straight away get into what is the potential of generative AI that we are seeing in customer service. So I think there is. I don't need to talk more about the optimism around generative AI, and it's also very sort of justified because companies are starting to understand the power of this, and most organizations will be deploying something in production at least by 2026, right? That's what companies like Gartner predicts, right? So, and I think what Shweta said. Most companies are trying to not just look this as a tool, but more of our partner. How can they make us not do all the mundane work and help us focus more on white glove experiences or white glove part of our job? So that's what I'm going to primarily talk about. So let's look at two worlds here when you talk about customer service. One is without AI or without generative AI, and the second is with generative AI. So I think while, say, chatbots have been in place, we've had mixed experiences with these, and I think our take is that they're not still very, very intelligent, right? Or the models in which they are trained, they're not very, very intelligent, and they're primarily being looked at for collecting data, which will ultimately be passed on to an agent for him to put context and then have a conversation, right? And that's not a great use of a customer care agent's time. They can do so much more. You invest so much time in training them, and when they see all this mundane work being expected out of them, there is already a lot of attrition. We've spoken about that also, right? And all this drives up the cost, right? You're still going after or chasing lagging indicators, which is in terms of open queues, SLA breaches, all of that. In a world where so much is possible through AI and generative AI, we've seen a dramatic improvement that is possible. And I'm going to talk about cases that we've already delivered with that. There is up to a 70% deflection that is possible at the customer layer itself, right? There is so much customers can do at their own. And this is what they're expecting. Nobody wants to pick up the phone and talk to the customer. I mean, there will be issues where you're not getting a resolution at the front-end level. There will be 30% cases like that. But there is so much you can do. You do that at your convenience. You do that at a channel of your choice. And even when you move channels, there is context available. I think that's what Shweta also spoke about, that the branch does not know the experience that somebody had at the call center, or the call center does not know experience somebody had at the branch, right? At the same time, there will still be complex tickets where collaboration is required, handshake is required. When things move to that part of the resolution cycle, there is so much more that agents can do and still focus on, like probably generating summaries when you're cascading something internally. All this can still be taken over by AI, and they're still not eating your job. But there is still a lot of cognitive thinking that a human will bring that AI will not be able to do. And that's very, very contextual to a particular ticket, right? Also, in terms of data analysis, it doesn't have to be dated, doesn't have to be one day late. As in how you're generating data, if that can be analyzed and insights can become more proactive rather than reactive, that's really going to help you take actions that really require attention. And all this will definitely bring down TCO significantly, right? At the same time, everything is not hunky-dory. There are challenges that we are hearing. It's still, generative AI is still very, very new for organization. There's a lot of wait and watch happening for a lot of organizations, thinking of will do, will not do. There is skill set gap also. And whatever is available publicly, right? People are running, because of skill gap and because of other reasons, it's tough to implement. It's not purpose built for customer service. You can just take that pre-trained model and you'll have to infuse it with a lot of data and make it really work, purpose work for customer service. At the same time, there are security and governance issues as well. At the same time, so what are we doing in this space? Now, we've been fiddling with it, and we've already built use cases, and they're already rolled out in the market, right? And sorry, yeah. So Freshworks offers a customer service suite solution, which is our AI first or a conversation first omni-channel solution. What it means is that while we see the nature of customer service going to more self-service and conversational first, at the same time, we do not want to discard the possibility that there will be complex scenarios which will require multiple players on board to be able to resolve it, in which scenario the organization should not lose context, right? And in that way, you are able to still provide a more contextual experience to your customer across that journey, right? So, and the four stakeholders that this impacts are obviously your customers. They can expect faster resolutions on a channel of their choice. Agents, we're going to talk about how we're utilizing Copilot to make their lives better and also prevent attrition, right? How leaders can take action on more proactive insights that are surfaced to them, and not they having to come to the service desk to only view the standard service desk metrics like open queues, SLA breaches, all of that. You don't have to go through a daily scan health check of 10 metrics to be able to realize what is wrong. Then, or as compared to a tool telling you, oh, while you do your health check, these are 3 things that you need to take action on right away, right? And also, I think another great thing that I liked about what Shweta spoke about is, I think Anil also spoke about is, AI, I mean, a lot of what we're doing in improving customer experience is going to change tomorrow, right? Is your technology supportive of that? How quickly you can make changes? Organizations opening up to the fact that you cannot wait for another year to be able to roll out something which is going to very quickly change through your competition, right? So how you can make changes very, very quickly and how AI can actually empower that, right? So these are three things that I'm going to double down on. Self-service. So Freddy is the name of our AI engine, and our motto is to definitely power Fortune 500, but our larger motto is to power the Fortune 5 million through the goodness of this. Copilot, mainly for agents and admins, and insights for leaders. So a very quick tour of the product. Is the audio? One sec. Can we have the audio? So once you look at this, I'll do a quick explanation. So we are on the self-service part. Now we are on the agent part. So what you're seeing is he's also able to dip into legacy systems and collect and see information. So everything is in one console. Now we're on the leader end. You see the insights are proactive, and they're being told what immediately requires attention. Most of this is built already and available to customers. There'll still be complex scenarios which needs a customer to be connected to the agents, and that's also possible. Right? So I think the idea is for customer service leaders or practitioners to provide contextual, faster customer service so that their agents can focus on more white glove experiences. It's not moving. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to talk about a few scenarios that we've built. So for example, if you look at the proactive insights part, what I was talking about, it will exactly tell you what requires your attention. And then you can do a further rundown from them. You don't have to go through your a daily health check to be able to realize, okay, these are two things that really require my attention, right? At the same time, if you, there is you can start with prompts for using the generative AI capabilities. And if you want to do further drill down, you can actually move from prompts to graphs, right? So that's also what you can do. Now, Copilot is the most interesting part, and we were also, I think, initially talking about tone of the agents and things like that. So we've leveraged Copilot in a lot of ways to make the lives of an agent easy, right? At the same time, keeping them motivated, right? While there are a lot we've already built, I'm going to talk about my favorite ones. So first of all, when a handover happens from the first level of deflection, which is a bot, to an agent, right? It may be a long conversation that happened with the bot. Rather than having the agent study the whole thing, why don't we give him an option to just have a summary generated? That's exactly where you can utilize generative AI. So he can just generate a summary of the bot conversation so that he gets a gist of it. Doesn't need to read piles of that conversation, right? He's working on it. Maybe it's a simple issue. He's able to do it. It's a refunds issue or something else. But like we said, there will still be scenarios which require multiple handshakes within the organization, right? And every time this agent has to pass it to another team, they go through the same experience of reading everything and figuring out, oh, this is the issue, right? You can create actionable response summaries there. At the same time, every agent is different irrespective of how you've trained them, right? You can define SOPs, you can define a lot of things. There will still be personal nuances that will be coming in. There can be tone-related differences. We were talking about an agitated customer, right? How one person responds with this, two people with the same training, how they respond to an agitated customer will be very, very different, right? The tone enhancer capability, right? How you can bring in that, how you can leverage that from generative AI and help them, right? In terms of very, very simple capabilities that really help you resolve that ticket from 5 minutes to probably a minute or less. That really helps you do more with the same number of agents. Tomorrow when you grow as an organization, you add product categories, you add customers, the load that's going to come to your service desk is only going to increase. How you can do more with the same amount of people, right? So these are some of the things. Also, we were talking about, at the same time as practitioners of customer experience or customer support functions, we know on a daily basis, there are so many changes that you have to do. You have to move agents, you have to create groups, there are so many agent management related tasks or service desk management related tasks that you have to do. Can you actually utilize generative AI or Copilot to be able to do that? With prompts, you can actually, we build capabilities where you can actually add agents to groups. You can create new groups. You don't have to even do those 2-3 steps to do that. You can just do that with a prompt. At the same time, you can also talk about, we are also coming up with use cases, or we've already built use cases where you can deploy a chatbot with a prompt. For example, an insight that surfaced to you that a warranty related issue is really spiking up the load, or there are a lot of warranty related issues or refund related issues that are critical, and they are really spiking up the SLA breaches or resolution times, right? What you can do is, but as a leader or as a supervisor, you understand that it's something that can be deflected. It's not very complex. It's mundane. You can actually deploy a chatbot for that, right? So, and that you don't have to go to our workflow automator to do it. You can actually do a prompt-based bot creation through AI, right? Right. So I'm going to talk about two cases, PhonePe and PharmEasy, both onboarded with us during the time of COVID. Pretty similar journeys they were going through. PhonePe was going through a massive surge in terms of customers onboarding as well as merchant onboarding, right? And they had a lot of issues, or there was a real spike in the customer service desk. There are two options: whether to add a lot of agents, right, which was obviously very costly, and these companies were still figuring out how do they monetize all of this, right? At the same time, use the AI method. They thankfully took the AI method, and they were able to, and in the last 3 years, they have been able to deflect more than 80% of the tickets that are coming their way, either through merchants as well as to customers. And jokingly, when in one of the business reviews that we were sitting with them, they were doing a retrospective analysis on, had they not taken that route, how many agents linearly they've had to put. Can anybody guess that numbers? It's in multiple thousands. How many agents they would have had to put? We all know the scale at which PhonePe operates. Anyone wants to take a guess? It's 16,000 agents that they've had to put, right? And with all the renewed focus on profitability, we all know how that would have gone, right? So, and with PharmEasy, pretty similar experience. They were struggling to work on multiple systems to resolve app reviews as well as delivery issues, right, or all the return-related issues. They were also looking for a omni-channel solution, which also has capabilities of automation. That's when they partnered with Freshworks, and they were also able to decrease support costs per order as well as reduction in resolution times. Thank you very much, and thank you. Yeah.
Stay on the stage, and I would request Ms. Shweta Anand, SVP, Head of Operations and Service, Edelweiss Tokyo Life Insurance, to kindly join us on the stage and felicitate Mr. Kaushal. Let's have a huge round of applause, everybody, for Mr. Kaushal Menghaney.